And like all you saw was like a big splat of like red, and this raccoon just kind of bumped and thumped and like flew off the windshield. And Bradley,
Can you imagine what that guy thought?
Dude, the heart attack.
He's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, was a raccoon jumping on a trampoline in the woods or some shit? And just or like just suiciding in my truck.
Yeah.
Get ready and buckle up, bozo. You're about to step into a virtual realm where nobody cares what you think. This is the You're Not My Dad podcast.
Let's cut into this podcast. Hey guys, what's happening? This is
Yes, we're back.
This is You're Not My
You're
Dad.
not my daddy-o.
You're Not My Dad, and
Fella.
I don't know
Feller.
if- This is episode 4.
It is. Which is it really?
Yeah, it's episode 4. We're already live. People
Is this
have already
confirmed or we fucked in the head?
No, it's 4.
I thought it was
episode
3.
2 because you only have one.
I thought it
episode
was
up.
3.
Well-
So we're 2, 3, and 4. So we're good. We got it in there somewhere.
we've recorded. This is our 4th recording. Doesn't
Okay,
mean people have
okay.
listened to them all yet.
Yes.
Don't give it away.
All right, sorry.
Yeah, don't tell anybody.
No, so welcome guys. This is episode 4. We're on a high roll. We have 3 subs on YouTube.
Do we have 3 subs? Wow.
5. Everyone's listening to us, obviously.
Yeah, super popular.
We have like
Number 1.
5 subs on Spotify.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Wow.
we're a high roll.
We're ripping through.
Yeah.
We're dominating.
So if you haven't heard of us, you're a loser, bitch.
But I would say, as far as Coeur d'Alene podcasts go, you guys are doing all right.
Yeah. And welcome.
Over 1.
Welcome-
We're good. Top 90%.
Welcome to our.
My mom doesn't listen. She's not one of those.
Welcome to our episode 4.
Oh, excuse me. Ooh, wow, I got a little
Yeah, you
loud.
got a little
My
loud
bad.
there, buddy.
Sorry.
Bring it back. But welcome to episode 4. We're just gonna have a guest. I didn't think we'd have any guests. I was actually hoping that any guests that came on were of importance. but I know.
Anyway, our guests are not important.
Ooh.
Do you feel welcome?
I literally
Aaron
was walking
Vetsch.
by, and they said, "Hey, I was at Iron Horse." They saw me across the street.
Yeah. Look at that piece of trash.
Yeah. Well, what's good about you, Aaron? Welcome everybody. This is Aaron Vetsch. Before we kind of get into our topics, I just want to say, if you're listening to us, give us our stars, give us your money,
Subs, follows,
followers,
comments, likes.
subscribes, your soul, whatever you want to
That
give
works
us, we'll
too.
take. Don't give us 1 stars. If you do, we'll find you, and we'll pay anybody to do things.
You'll be reported.
You'll be reported to the
To
police.
some official.
Yeah. So, thank you, everybody. This is episode 4. We're gonna just kind of talk about what we want to talk about, which is impersonating.
Yeah.
And I think that Vetch, I thought that you kind of be good for this podcast, this episode, because I was like, well, you might not be that important, but I'm just kidding. No, you are. but I would say that your previous known as Dirty Earn,
That's correct.
and now you're
Dirty
kind of like, if I
Earn.
saw you now, I'd be like, that guy looks kind of cute. And
Still
and
was
you have
cute,
you were
just a
living in
little
Wisconsin. Yeah, you're living in Wisconsin and doing a couple things. So, we're gonna do a couple things on this podcast, but really, it's just trying to give Aaron give me an intro to you. What do you know about us? You go all the way back with Lookout Pass.
Yes,
Yeah,
back in
we
the
should
day.
we should go before that.
Sure,
So I
sure.
knew the Schmitz, knew Camille and Chuck before they got even dated. You know, everyone had a crush on Camille back in the day.
Obviously.
Chuck got a stick up his ass, and that was a big intro as far as
It's right up there.
He was being prone. Where is it?
It's
right above your head.
Oh,
I got it
yeah,
on the
exactly.
wall.
Yeah, you still
That
have that
was
thing.
in
That is
that
12
man.
inches. In.
Is that on? I don't think the camera can see that. Can
No,
it?
probably not. I mean,
It can?
yeah. Well, there you go.
Dude.
No, but go a ways back with
that
the
thing's my
Schmitz.
fucking forearm, dude.
And then got involved with Lookout back when Chuck was the
Yep.
director as far as Lookout Park goes.
yeah, back in the day.
And we made videos.
Bunch of
and we
shit
rallied.
rats rolling around on the mountain. Broke
Yeah.
as a joke, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. But
Yeah,
it was a
then-
lot of fun. It
Yeah,
was so much fun.
It was a blast.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it was a free pass to
Yeah,
move
right.
a few rails around.
Move
And
some
we got
rails
to film,
around.
We got to film some funny videos, and you know, it was good times.
Yeah.
And
I always feel like you're definitely like like a person who just was like you had long hair. You always were kind of ratty, and baggy pants.
I never saw you with long hair, but thinking about you with long hair is like
a terrible view of myself for the 4 viewers.
you look like shit, and you had long hair.
Yeah, and he's back in Coeur d'Alene.
Yeah,
Let's rag on him.
real trash. That's coming from the guy that told me last weekend that everybody in Coeur d'Alene that he went to school with knew that anybody who was at Post Falls High School was trash, and that's exactly how they thought of us.
It is true.
And
though.
I am 100%. I agree entirely. Post Falls was filled with trash. At
Not
least our high
anymore.
school was.
I don't think anymore.
Really? Oh, dude, we were so
Yeah,
trashy.
Not anymore.
Dude, we were so trashy.
Boop.
Like I almost didn't graduate because I got too many red cards from fighting in soccer.
I know growing up, like for local people here listening to us, that if you went to Post Falls in the early 2000s, like you were a little bit trash.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
But that was a while.
You were
ago.
farmer
We had
boy
a
field
lot of fun
trash.
trash people. Though,
It was
dude.
like 4-H people over there, but I did 4-H.
So, yeah, it's the people that did the pig stuff.
Oh yeah, I grew some
pigs
pigs
and horses.
I raised some pigs.
I'm thinking of my friends that are from the trailer parks in Post Falls, and dude,
mean,
they're a lot. Of
Andrew
fun,
for
dude.
sure dated some pigs.
Yeah. Rolling around in the mud, dude. Hell yeah, dude. They're the most fun. Especially
the
when
most
you're young,
fun.
you're like, I'm stupid, you're stupid. Let's go do stupid stuff together.
Let's go pig
They're definitely
around.
not like, at that time, like you're really just hiding everything from your parents,
Yeah.
including yourself.
Oh, really?
Like what you actually do with your time.
Not me.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, so
Definitely.
You're pretty, but you
you just didn't do anything? Like,
I think the only thing that my parents didn't know that I did, which I'm sure they had to figure out, was we threw a lot of rocks at cars.
oh, yeah, man.
And we did the catting.
I never did. I never
Can
did
we
the
talk
rocks.
about that first?
Yeah,
I
we
did catting. I did paintballs at cars. I never did rocks. Because
We
rocks is like
did-
a little
Well,
like,
it's a handful of rocks. It's like like pebbles.
oh,
like
okay.
gravel.
I was thinking you're like full on throwing
No.
baseballs, man, at
No.
cars. I'm like,
We did-
damn,
we did
dude.
gravel.
I misread you
Yeah,
big time.
Do you know what catting is?
Oh yeah, I used to do it all the
viewers-
time. I used to do it all the time. Catting, and then we took it to another level where we would go to the thrift store and buy the stuffed animals.
Yeah.
And then all you need is some fishing gear, right? Tie a line around the stuffed animal. You put it on the other side of the road, and then you just yank that sucker right in front of the cars, man. It works
That's honeymooning.
every time. Call honeymooning?
Honeymooning.
Really?
That's when you get the fishing line with the cans on each end,
Oh.
and you let
That's
the cart
cans.
snag them, and you can hear them for like 2 miles down.
We just call it cannon.
cannon.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's pretty Post Falls.
Yeah, we did that too.
Well, so
Yeah.
what our catting was, we would get a cardboard. We cut out a piece of cardboard of a cat, spray
Yeah.
paint it black. We would glue quarters to its
Glue the
for
eyes
eyes
on.
because
Yep.
cats always reflect.
Yep.
And then we would put like a little 2x4 piece to kind of stand it up. Mm-hmm. And then it didn't kind of feel like you hit a cat because you get the bump. And we would put it out and just like on a 45-mile-an-hour road. Like we weren't kidding. We weren't joking around.
Out on Lancaster.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't tell our secret spot. People are gonna know. But we would put it out there. And we always put like at a certain roll, so you wouldn't really have much time to see it.
Come over the top, and that shadow would drop
And
out.
it-
And it's just a pair
and,
of
and a
eyes.
cat comes out,
Yeah.
and you just hear like cars just like and hit it, and we got so serious about it. Did you ever see my bunker?
Yes. Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
I
but-
dug a dude.
Oh yeah.
I dug a like a 6 foot by 6 foot by 4 foot deep bunker near the road on the
Damn,
property,
dude.
and I made a slash pile. And I was even smarter. I thought this all through because I'm a seasoned veteran doing mischievous things to cars. So I took all the dirt and I spread it down the trails so you couldn't really see, like it wasn't like a very apparent like, oh, this is a freshly
Jeez, dude, you're a little
opened.
Vietnamese boy out there, dude.
Yep. And then we put a slash pile over it, and I put a slider. I did a slider door, and on top of the slider, I glued and stapled a lot of like brush. You couldn't see it. And we throw some stuff. And the first night we did it, my friend's like, I'm not gonna hide in it, but I'll hide outside with a bat. And this is a true story.
That is a bold statement
Yeah,
right
he
there.
was a
Damn.
cop. He turned into a cop. So
Oh, okay.
it has
Oh,
a redemption
this makes
story.
sense.
But he's like, I'll stand outside and I'll have a bat, and if they get close,
I'll just
hopefully they
hit
don't get close, and you can just hide.
I'll kill them.
Yeah. Well, what ended
Don't
up
worry about
happening
it.
was the guy got out. It was nighttime. The guy got out, and I'm just like, I'm petrified. I'm like 16. I'm just sitting in this thing, and you can see a flashlight. He had like one of those like laser lights, like those. There's a lot of hunters out in Idaho, and there's this
I was
big
gonna
old
say, yeah.
light.
People invest in, of all things,
Yep.
high quality flashlights around here.
They never found me, and that was the beginning of me going, okay, this works. But we did a lot of catting, and we like do that. We'd hide like 3 or 4 or 5 of us easily in there.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
that was a little before or out after you were out of the house. But Jake,
Oh yeah. So this
we would get in that thing too, and
So this
there's like
Vietnam-
a history of catting.
Yeah.
Right there. There you go. Yeah.
A history of catting in this town. A history of a lot of shenanigans.
So it's just basically handed down.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a hand me down.
It was.
shelter.
It was. There's only one time I felt bad, and we did it on a really quiet night. It was like 3 or 4 of us. It was all kids my age, my friends, and it was dark. And it was right after my birthday, and my birthday's in March. So it's like in Idaho, it's like really like rainy, snowy, and it got really cold. And I'm not kidding, I'm not joking. Probably like 2 to 3 inches of ice on the road. And my friends were like, "Let's go catting." I'm like, "No, guys," like, cause I'm still a little nice. I'm like, "No, that's like, you're gonna slide." Like,
Yeah.
we all drove at that point. Now we're like, now we understand how cars stop. That's not gonna work. And they're like, "No, we'll make it worse. We're gonna put it like at the very, very edge of the roller. So like right when you come over the roller, it sits right
There's
there."
no chance.
And this was like on a Thursday night. It was like it was a weeknight, and it was like just quiet and no cars, and we're just kind of bored because there's no TV or anything like that. Oh, there's TV, I guess, but there's nothing to do. So we put out this cat, and we hide immediately. Immediately, 3 cars are behind each other coming out, and I'm just like,
yeah.
I was a little bit bummed because I was like, this is not going to end well. And what ended up happening is it was funny. The first car just went right into the ditch, just immediately into the ditch. The second one slid all the way down sideways down the hill, all the way to the bottom.
Oh, shit.
And the third one went sideways and then went front end into the other side of the ditch. And we just watched all
So
this.
you're just terrified. You
Yeah.
see the first one.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
They're not getting out.
Yeah.
No one's getting
no one's even
Did you at
moving.
least act afterwards and be like, "Oh my gosh, we heard the noise," and you like come out of a hole and hopefully they didn't
No,
see it?
he didn't do shit, dude.
None
There's
of us
no way.
laughed.
Just watch it.
None of us laughed. Our hearts pumped, and we ran.
Yeah,
God.
terrified.
We did a whole circle. We ran like co-ops, man. We were like out, and we ran, and we didn't none of us talked to each other. Like we all went our separate ways, and we just eventually found each other back at the house, and we locked ourselves in the garage, and nothing never came back to us. So
Yeah. Well, it's gonna catch up to us at some point because I feel like kids.
The karma chameleon.
I'm glad kids don't do that now. They're too focused on other things.
well, look at me. I mean, I got a.
yeah.
If you're watching this, I have a goatee.
Do they though? I mean, yeah, you're right. I haven't
Think
had
about it.
any of this shit happen to me.
Being an adult and being back in town, like times I've visited, I've never come across a fake cardboard cat.
I haven't either.
I
or
got
somebody
catted.
literally like honeymooning.
I mean, I don't
me.
know how I feel about that though.
I got catted, but these kids were tards, dude.
I
They
would
did it
rather
on.
them do it because I would chase them down. Because I would.
Yeah,
Oh
no.
yeah, yeah.
I remember-
you'd be like, my time has
Yeah,
come.
my time has come.
Let's go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
What
think
if
it'd be
you're
a
driving down
blast.
Lancaster and the people who bought your old house?
I
Those
congratulate
kids are
them.
in your freaking.
They
they're
tore it
used-
down. It's a new house.
No.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
but did they find his freaking little Vietnam hut? What if the kids found it and they're down there and Chuck's in the perfect spot? I know where you're at.
I always thought about like maybe
I
checking it
built
out.
that hole
No,
in the ground.
I was driving on the Lancaster the other day, and I drove past it. It's still the same. Like literally, I don't think they changed anything.
Oh.
They destroyed it.
It took a little bit though, because it's super hidden. I mean, that place was perfect for what we did out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the worst one that I didn't. It wasn't the worst, but it was the funniest. And then we could kind of move on unless you guys have other cool ones. But we had the bright idea that we had my sister had a Yosemite stuffed animal from Yosemite, like the place in California. It was a raccoon, and it looked so real, dude. Every time you walked in, you just get like a spook because you think it's like an actual damn raccoon.
Yeah.
It was full real.
I remember this story.
Full real. And my neighbor who kind of introduced me to all this stuff, he was a shitty pale white kid. And he's like, kind of like, he always had like foam around the mouth, like he's kind of like ravenous kid. And he's like, I got an idea. He's like, let's put ketchup in it. And so we sliced the back open, and we poured like 2 full bottles of Costco ketchup into the back, and we cut holes, like poked like 5 or 6 holes in the front. This thing was like heavy, and we duct taped it back, and it was like broad daylight. This is broad daylight summer day, and we go out to our spot. We call it the spot, and we wait for the car. And we just like Brad was my spotter, and that's how it works. He was out in the front because he could see him, and he'd be like, "Go now!" And I throw it like a grenade, and I lobbed the stuffed raccoon out, and it just nailed the windshield of this truck, and it goes. like just it goes like sideways or like it was like, dude, and like all you saw was like a big splat of like red, and this raccoon just kind of bumped and thumped and like flew off the windshield. And Bradley,
Can you imagine what that guy thought?
Dude, the heart attack.
He's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, was a raccoon jumping on a trampoline in the woods or some shit? And it's like, or like just suicided in my truck.
Yeah.
Like, how does a raccoon get in the air and hit your truck?
No, we didn't even watch. We just heard him get out, and we were running. We were like kind of galloping because we were laughing so hard, and we just
I've
like
been there, man.
yeah, we couldn't we were just like holding
It
on to
just
each other.
hurts.
Yeah,
and you're just running.
we were just trying to
and
run,
dying, yeah.
and we ran into his house, and like we're like that's the best thing. We never did it again, but that was some good.
Was
times.
that the end of it? It was so good that you're just like, we can't one up it. It's over.
We didn't do another
we're
stuffed
done.
animal.
I have a this is the last honeymoon experience I ever did.
Yeah.
So 2016, I get back from Germany when I was there for a bit, and meeting up with the boys. It's Fred.
Yeah.
Fred's birth. No one knows who Fred is, but it's his birthday, and we're gonna go honeymoon downtown. Hogfish was still a thing back then. I don't know if anyone remembers the hogfish.
Is it not still a thing?
No, it's now something. It's called
like
the
backwoods or something.
But the Hogfish had like
Yeah.
a shuttle bus that would go up and down Sherman.
Yeah.
And so, or even up to Hayden at points. So we were out on the street
I have
and
been on that bus a couple of
honeymooned
times.
it, car
Damn.
fished it. We got that thing.
Damn.
And it kept going down Sherman with like
Didn't-
7 beer cans on
didn't
each
stop.
side. Did not stop. And that was like the biggest car fish experience I've ever had. Literally the hogfish.
Dang.
And after that, it was like, I can't get any
We're
bigger.
done here.
Can't do anymore.
We're
than
done here.
this.
Yeah, it's over.
It's
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
And
Either
it's
you
kind of
do
the end
one-
of an era. You kind of have to grow up at some point.
Yeah.
You know, even at 24, 25, it was the right time
I mean,
to
it's
decide.
pretty. Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
there's some
man.
good times. I mean, I feel like a little bit mischievous fun is some pranks is kind of the fun thing, and kind of like being able to create fake personas on people like me. Like if you're watching this right now, like I got like a cut off whatever this is polo, and I had to dye my mustache beard because you can't see it in real life for prank phone calls that you guys will hear shortly.
Yeah.
I think went pretty well. We had one that was kind of like a dud, but
Friggin' Deb is a sweetheart, though.
yeah, Deb,
Dude.
the last one was a good
God,
one.
Deb
Yeah, she
coming
was-
in clutch.
She just kind of rolled with it. But
Yeah. Well, let's stop faffing
Oh
about.
yeah, we don't want to ruin it.
No,
No,
We'll
no,
run
no,
it.
Stop faffing about. We'll just go to that now.
we'll run to it at the
That
end.
needs to be
At
We'll
the
play
end?
we'll play them at the end.
Okay.
We'll play them through at the end when people can listen to them.
That should be like a series, though. Are you guys going to be doing more of that?
We'll let people listen,
We'll see.
and if they think that it's good, and people we have wild subscriptions.
We're also trying to
course.
figure it out too.
Yeah,
Like, it's
Yeah.
right now. It's pretty. The setup's pretty sketchy.
This is cool, though. I mean, this
works.
is my first time talking into a microphone that is like being filmed, and the whole idea of podcasting
it's such a dumb idea,
It's
right?
so dumb, but
Ridiculous
it's
in
fun
every
to
way.
do.
Yeah,
Even if you do have 4 viewers and like 2 of them are
Yeah.
your dad and mom, but
Yeah,
yeah.
it's in their basement.
and
They're literally watching.
Yeah, we
they're
already-
watching you live. You're doing great. Thanks, mom and dad.
You need to
Yeah.
back off your mic.
Sorry, I'm so. Yeah,
You're like fucking
I'm pulling it
Godzilla
out.
mic.
And
boy.
I'm still like, hi guys.
No, you're
Yeah.
good. I could fix yours.
My
You just
bad.
got Godzilla over here, mustache
Sorry.
Godzilla. That's fine. You're just gonna
bad.
be like, you're just gonna be talking like this the whole time, and no one's gonna understand what you're saying.
Yeah, headphone
that.
users, rest in peps.
Yeah, just blew out your speakers. Buy new ones. Fuck you.
By New Year's,
Yeah,
idiot.
yeah. Okay, so but let's kind of take this out of pranks
Yeah.
Sure.
and like,
Because we
what
are
about
self-criminalizing
What about
ourselves.
like fake businesses and stuff like that? Because I've been thinking about that because I think COVID's going to make a resurgence in like a couple of months. I think we're going to be back to lockdowns. I bet you're going to try.
you're
Not in
listening?
Idaho.
You're
well,
listening
maybe
too
not in
much.
Idaho, but well, maybe not in Idaho. But I'm just thinking about like
Listen.
weird like just because people will fall for anything at this point, I guess, because it's like if they try this again, it's like this didn't work before.
A
Obviously,
lady literally just believed that I had poop in my bag.
Yeah,
That was
this is
pretty
what I'm saying.
confident.
Exactly.
But she's seen movies. She said it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I've seen movies
she didn't doubt it.
with
She
didn't doubt it.
diseases in it,
Yeah,
and everything works just fine.
yeah.
But I was just thinking about like any like random stuff that you could just make money on people, just doing essentially nothing.
Sell squids.
Like maybe like
We could be like a squid seller, like
Like, how
those,
could-
those
like-
people that sell fish.
What's like the dirt baggest thing? I guess what I was thinking of was like just
dirtbag.
being like you contribute nothing basically, but you still make money off of it. Basically, what if you're like
Like a pyramid scheme?
yeah, it's basically a pyramid scheme? But I was thinking about being a third party service that schedules vaccinations.
Dude,
So basically, you
pet
just do
vaccines.
nothing.
Pet
Vaccines,
vaccines.
dude.
Like COVID shots for your cat.
Yes,
That'd be great.
You know that they were
That's
trying
an
to.
idea.
They were floating that early too.
There was a
How
big.
they said that. Remember, your dog can bring you COVID-19.
There was a.
They can
there's
bring it in with them.
There was a big billboard in L.A. when I was down there in May, and it said something about like.
Vaccinate your pets.
No. It said don't be scared of your pets. Like it was like they had to tell adults
Don't be
driving.
scared of your pets.
Yeah, it had something to do with like COVID and like your dog and like don't be scared of your dog. And I was like,
Because
man,
people were like starting to leave them outside and not feed them.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, this is
No.
going too far.
Right.
This is taking a dark
yeah,
turn.
we're just gonna kill this dog.
Good lord, dude.
No, I think I'm kind of trying to shift this a little bit more and just trying to
Pet
think some more
vaccination is a good
on a
idea, though.
serious level. Like what I don't like, and I think people who know me know this, but like I don't like people who put up like a fake persona like online and stuff. Like when you come to influencers or like someone who you're not authentically being, and I think you see it a lot on social media. You know, and I thought that's why I thought you'd be great at this because
Is this like a
you're in a lot of
signaling thing?
like fashionable worlds and stuff.
Yeah, but
Do
I
you-
haven't
do you
had-
see that much like with
I
like
haven't
with your
had social media besides Facebook for
know.
Marketplace. Check out my profile.
/ what?
No, but I haven't done social media or anything for a very long time because it is kind of
Right.
stale and superficial.
Yeah.
And everyone now,
I mean, Instagram's.
when Instagram started, remember it was cool when you were like, I have 200 followers. Now, like a page that has 60,000, you think
Is
like
nothing.
that's nothing.
Yeah.
Right. Well, then you also like are
Plus,
like,
the content is
how much
so
of it's
polished now on
Everything
Instagram.
sucks.
Yeah.
Everything is terrible about it.
Yeah.
In the fashion world, though, it's even beyond that. Like you just kind of experience the superficial, personalities without being on.
right.
Oh yeah,
Without
in
being on social
person.
media.
So it's
yeah,
like
in person.
it's like weird.
Yeah.
So it's like basically living in Instagram, and you're the only real person. You're just like,
I mean, but it's not like I was in that world. It's like I was in New York City,
on.
but
Yeah.
You're still involved in it.
I
in
just feel
some
like
way.
I definitely see like from the rappers I've been around and stuff like.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were more a part of that.
I definitely saw a lot of that.
I mean,
little
what the
riffy
hell
boy.
is this?
I know. This was a good time. If anybody's watching this is a Riff Raff and I and Turtle. He call it the Lilac Lads.
I think
They're
Chuck's face is photoshopped in, but I don't know.
Yeah, I know. No, that was a good time. It was Riff Raff and I with turtlenecks in front of his car.
It's a great photo. I didn't know.
It was a good photo.
I mean,
That dude was himself. He is himself. Riff Raff's a cool guy. He's a little wild cannon, but he's a cool guy. But
I think I could tell that by the way it looks.
he rolled with it. I
Just
bought
in general.
2 matching turtlenecks. I was
Like,
like,
that's
put
the
this
guy.
on. He's like, he came up with the pose.
Yeah.
He's like, you got to do this
like
pose.
you with the phone doing like the hold up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, hey, I got a business call for Riff. Shut up. That's like kind of my look. But
and those were his pants.
yeah, no, that's all everything he
More
owned.
importantly, those were his pants.
You should have seen
I
his
do like-
shoes. His
you
shoes were like
still-
the Balenciaga, like they're like purple
You
colored.
still have the Thrux Lawrence belt.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Flux
man.
Lawrence represent.
I've got mine somewhere too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still
No.
have mine. Still good.
No, but I guess what I was trying to say though is like you definitely see a lot of people who try so hard to be like something that I think that they're not, or maybe they're like motorcycles, for example. Like there's so many people that like, and nobody specifically I follow, but I think just as a general, as a whole, like I ran into this guy at a bar in LA years ago, and he was just like 45 and had like a haircut that a 20-year-old would have. And he had a girlfriend that was clearly 20 years younger than him, which you do you.
Nothing
but-
wrong with that.
No, but he just was like clearly like past his prime. And he had a Triumph shirt. It should have said Triumph. And mind you, I'm sitting at the Cool Boy table. I'm sitting with like the owner of the bar in Hollywood. It's a hipster bar. He's one of the owners. He's not the owner, but it's one of the owners. And it's like a very hipster bar. So everyone there is like super cool. They do stuff like they shoot photos for Vans or whatever.
We
A
all
lot of
do
these guys.
stuff.
Sounds
And
like a cesspool though of people that you don't want to be hanging out
No,
with.
that's totally what it was. And like this guy was like, I'm trying to make small talk, and I'm like, so you like motorcycles? And he like looks at me disgust, and he goes, and he goes like this. He like pulls his shirt up. I'm not kidding. He goes like this. He's like goes like this, and he puts his fingers in my face. He has like motorcycle rings, and he's like, have you heard of seaweed and gravel? like I forgot if he said like my cousin owns it or I own it. But it's like a hipster place in California that you can buy motorcycle stuff. And I was just like, oh, cool, okay, great.
Yeah.
Like, good for you, buddy.
For real.
But you could just tell like how empty people are. And I think not to get intrinsic here, but like even just with like the podcast, like the "You're Not My Dad" mentality of like just waking up and not giving a shit what people think.
It's like
trying to trick them.
Satire of,
it's a
satire.
satire.
A podcast.
I mean, look at
Yeah.
me. I don't know if like maybe my 18-year-old self would be like, hell yeah.
No, but this is
Like-
like you've generally always had this type of like fuck you everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Olsen too. That's
And
why we
Olsen
do.
as well. I mean, look at that. Like he's always had one of the best
Yeah.
mustaches.
Yeah, but we've had some good times, and I think that just trying to carry that baton, which I think is actually getting more contagious now. I think it's almost flipping. I think you're starting to see people who are like sick of like all the fakey stuff, and they want authenticity, and they want it in an entertainment fashion, because authenticity on a real level scares people, but authenticity like from a distance that you can control, at least I can fulfill that for some people. And whatever that may look like, listening to our podcast or whatever the future may hold, I think creating that authenticity that you can actually be authentic and not care about what people think and just kind of push that out to the world. It's abrasive, but it's also like I think it's the most liberating thing
Well, I mean,
ever.
look at the rise of comedy right now. It's crazy.
Right.
Like-
Yeah, that is true. Look at all the rise of white guys in podcasts.
Like Hollywood movies are crashing, and everybody's going to like comedy shows.
But even
Like-
the comedy now is getting a little like everyone that's tacking onto that train
Oh.
of saying whatever they want and being like, this is what comedy should be. And it gets a little boring even because it gets oversaturated.
I guess maybe
Like everyone's a comedian.
Well,
there's a whole bunch.
I think
But
it's
yeah.
more like okay, I will be straight up. I'm putting my hands there. I love that the special people are getting into comedy. Have you seen that lately? Like people with Tourette's,
Oh yeah.
or like people with like,
Wait, who's the guy
It's
that was
wild.
on like
dude, there's some people that like have autism or anything that are just like they
like
kill
America's
it.
Got
It's wild.
Talent. He had a speech impediment. He's actually pretty funny. But I saw a video recently and
Yeah.
he doesn't have it anymore. So I was like, are you bullshitting?
That's a pretty heavy one. That's an immediate cancel.
Where did
that
that
should
go?
be, but he's
Yeah.
still funny, so you're still watching him.
Or it's comedy, so you're just
part
like whatever.
was part of
everything
his
goes.
routine, like having the speech.
Could be
impediment.
like Ali G show.
Dude, seriously, Ali G, like, did those people even know?
Like, dude, that was so far ahead of its time.
The brothers, do you guys know what the
Ali
Ali G show is? Oh man, you know what Borat is?
Yo,
Okay, so you're
Bruno?
familiar. Dude, he's shaking his head like he doesn't know what Borat is. You don't know Borat?
You know who
Borat,
Bruno
B-O-R-A-T.
came out maybe a little more
Bruno,
time
do you know
around
Bruno? Oh my
Bruno's
gosh,
the
it's a
personality.
movie. What's his name?
He was
Sacha
in
Cohen.
Talladega
Sacha
Nights.
Cohen.
He's like yeah.
Do you know Talladega Nights?
Yeah.
Okay, you know the French
he's
guy?
The French guy.
You know the French guy? Okay,
Oh my god.
that's okay. You're young. I mean, that's why you ask these things. So,
Yeah.
Sacha Cohen, this guy has a fake reality show, and he brought on these people that would like talk about science or religion or whatever, and and he'd
dude,
ask them
normal
the weirdest,
freaking people, man.
craziest thing.
Total setup.
I definitely
But
think that
so
there's
far
a-
ahead of its time.
a
Like
spot
when
for that.
was that?
Early
2008?
early 2000s. Or no,
Borat
early.
was like 2002.
Two. Yeah.
Was there? Oh my
I
god,
think so,
Borat was
man.
no.
Yeah.
It wasn't that
Watch
early.
it now and just the film quality. And
No,
just,
it was like when I was like in
Borat
freshman
was
year.
2002.
Yeah.
I was in high school when that came out.
Yeah.
Why don't I remember that, dude? Because I went to the movie.
Because you went
theater
to
and saw it.
frickin' Post Falls High School.
Yeah, I mean,
You
that's-
trash pig.
That's. I mean, I'm not going to debate that.
No. You went to that school, man.
Dude,
You're
more
a
people
trash.
dropped out of my class than graduated, dude. That's all I
Yeah.
gotta say. There's.
I mean,
80
Chuck was
something
NIC.
people, dude.
NIC.
What was
Yes.
I'm
At
sorry,
the S.
NICS.
that?
Yeah, I
I
didn't really
also
do
went
college.
there for a bit.
I went to Coeur d'Alene High School, though. I
You
finished.
did go to Coeur d'Alene
Yeah,
High
the
School?
11th and 12th grade. It was liberating. Best thing
That's
ever.
what.
It was
Yeah.
liberating.
It was liberating. I love school. Everyone said like school sucks. Like I actually was like
No,
I loved going to
liked-
school.
high school.
I
Was a
enjoyed it.
blast.
I was a total tard. I couldn't. Well, actually, I was actually a lot
He
smarter.
was tardy.
He's tard.
Yeah.
He was tardy.
Well, I didn't say the whole
Retarded.
thing. I didn't say the whole thing, so I can say that.
He was
You're not
just
my dad.
tarded. There's nothing in front of
But
that.
I had really bad grades, but I liked school. I always enjoyed it. I just loved the people and like
I
experiencing.
love the shenanigans.
Yeah, it was
There's a
fun.
lot- well,
Getting
yeah.
into some trouble.
Yeah.
This goes back to Cat and everything else.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
prime
exactly.
time, baby.
Innocent fun.
Yeah, so I'm thinking we're pretty good on this. I mean, if we want to kind of roll into these prank calls, I don't know what you guys thought of them. I mean, what'd you think? Would you, if on a scale of 1 to, I'm gonna make it 5, so it sounds good.
I got some ideas for next time, but I want to get in on it.
Get better on it.
I want to get in.
You want to do one? We should do one.
I want to do one.
Okay.
But,
okay.
Yeah.
I think we just need to prepare better.
Would you do one?
The one, yeah.
We got to get some personalities in there because like there was some.
I showed up with one.
Like we could have made some skits, and the other person doesn't know who the hell is in the room.
Turns
so
out
there could have been a lot more people. Involved.
Also, it turns out like one of the hardest things was actually getting somebody on the phone.
Yep. Exactly.
Because it's late.
We didn't. Yeah, because it's later on in the night. We all we have jobs.
Yeah.
This is not our main job. Thank God.
Yet.
And thank God right now though, because that'd be rough.
After this one, who knows,
dude? Yeah, we're gonna take these 4 subscribers to the bank, baby.
Yeah, gosh,
we can all split 0.0001.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine the amount of satire companies we can make with money?
Satire companies would be
satire
great.
Tire company, satire tires.
Satire tires,
and like people coming to fix their tires and we don't fix them. We just fill it with like balloon air or something like helium. I don't know.
Balloon air.
Yeah.
What if you filled their?
Okay.
What if you put like one in their cabin, like when they turn the AC on, it just slowly releases.
Poop.
No.
Poop smells.
Helium.
Oh,
so they just
that would make them crash.
No, but I mean they slowly their voice just starts getting higher and higher and higher, and
then
they have
crash.
no idea why. Like everything
like
just starts slowly changing inside of there.
I feel like that's a lawsuit.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is why I need money.
Well, I'll tell you what.
This is why I need money.
It's kind of like Nathan For You at that point.
Yeah,
where
pretty
it's
much.
so ridiculous.
I'd say let the listeners listen to these 2 or 3. I forgot how many we tried to doing. One was kind of okay, but there's 2 or 3 prank calls that you guys can listen to if you like them more.
Or we just let them listen to the one that's good.
Or if they like them, then you guys can like say, hey, we want more. Vetch, you should come back.
Get me back on the show. I'm back in town.
Yep, you're back in. Vetch is back in town.
You're back
for
from
however
Wisco.
long that might be.
The boy's back.
Yeah, the boy is back.
The boy's back. Thanks for being our first guest on You're Not My Dad podcast.
Yeah, thank you guys.
You're the first one.
I appreciate it to all the followers.
Yeah, talk to all. Look in the camera and tell them.
I'm looking for work, so if you got some,
we got 2 cameras.
Yeah.
Oh, that one's dead.
I know which one to look at.
If any of the
guy
people own businesses,
hit me
you're
up.
Looking for a job right there.
Carpet cleaning,
man.
Sidewalling, concrete laying, you name it, I can do it.
Any job.
Yeah, you tell them.
I might look city boy, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm country.
With that, everybody,
I look city, but I'm country.
Thanks for listening. Have fun listening to these prank calls, and You're Not My Daddy.
Or not.
Assad, baby. Assad.
Oh, God,
I'd like to
Assad.
promote my book that I have out.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you wouldn't write a book.
Oh, I killed myself and failed.
I do not have a podcast.
Somebody wrote a book about how they tried to kill themselves but failed.
Goodbye, guys. Have a good night.
That's the entire book.
All right. Well, here goes. Oh man, I gotta get into character.
Thank you for calling Best Western Plus, Kelly and Sweets Billing. This is Holly. How can I help you?
Yeah, Holly, I got a few questions for you. I'm trying to figure out a couple things, and I guess you can call me kind of a typical male. I just kind of need more guidance than most. And I have a son. It's going to be his birthday, and I'm just trying to figure out if you guys have like pools and slides, and if kids can go in them.
We do. It's a kids' playland pool. The deepest it goes is 3.5 feet and shallows down to about 1.5 feet. Biggest thing is right now for the next couple weeks, our hot tub is closed.
Shoot me in the toes. When does that open up?
The hot tub?
Yeah.
Probably not for another couple weeks. We're waiting on a part for it.
Okay.
And then our pool area is for guests only, so only the people staying at the hotel would be able to go to the pool.
Right. Well, this would be something like that. So I'm from Idaho. I'm in the northern part, and I'm just trying to figure out. I have like a whole school of kids that I'm bringing, so I'm just trying to figure out. I just couldn't really see it too much on your guys' website. How many kids can you push into a room without getting in trouble?
So we don't allow, in our double queen rooms, any more than 6 people.
Well, that means I'm gonna have to get 3 rooms. Do you have any that connect with each other, like the doors that kind of open into the other ones?
We do have some adjoining rooms, but it would only be 2 of the rooms that adjoin, not all 3.
Well, that's okay. Would they be on the first floor?
It depends if it's available for the dates you would be here, and then with the kids, we would have to have an adult that's over an 18 in each room.
Right. Okay. Well, that means I'll just have to bring my dang wife, but that's okay. So if she's fine, but she's just kind of a rural lady. So she's my number one person in my life. But my son Diamond, so he's going to be turning 6, and it's going to be a spooky time. So we're trying to do it around the Halloween time, and I'm hoping that those rooms could be available. Do you know?
First floor is probably available toward the end of October. We don't look too busy during that time right now.
Okay, well that works for me because my son loves the spookies, so I think that will work. Now, one question, and you don't have to give me a straight answer, but if I had more kids and I just tried to do 2 rooms, could I just leave like maybe an adult like in a van outside or something like with a couple kids, maybe off the property? That won't be a violation, right?
We can't have anybody sleeping in their vehicles on the property.
Well, shoot me the toes. Okay, that makes sense. I feel you. I just have to ask. I'm the one that asks. Well, so the only other question I have, because I'm about to book this, the prices didn't seem too right. I mean, were they? Do you know how much that would be, just politically speaking, shooting from the hip?
Let's see. So if I were to look at like the 26th and 27th of October, which is a Thursday and Friday.
You hit it right on the nose. That's what I was looking at, actually.
Gotcha. So Thursday, our weekday rates are at $179.99 before tax, and the weekends are at $189.99.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely do 2 rooms. I'll just have to have my son pick a few less kids to go on the trip. The last question I have, there's only one special needs kid that may come. Now, he's nice, but he's a little slow. Is there any sort of option for, like, I've been to a few pools where they have the little arm that kind of puts the kid in the pool. Do you have that at your That's perfect. That works just fine. He'll sleep like a baby. He's a good kid, just a little messy. So I'm thinking that may work. Now, last question, I'll let you go. I really appreciate your time here. Now, I'm kind of thinking the last thing I have, now the beds. One kid's a bedwetter, so it sucks, and I don't want him. He's not sleeping in my bed. Do you guys have an extra charge for that?
I don't believe we do. We do put mattress protectors on our beds. But if you wanted to bring something with you for that kid, you could do that too. Like if he had his own mattress, like protector or like a mat he sleeps on.
I do think it's kind of like a pack and play one. I mean, he's a nice kid. My son Diamond loves him, so I think that we'll probably just put 2 down because I just don't want to get busted for that. I've been there before.
So that's not the end of the world.
Perfect. Okay. Well, hey, I really appreciate your time, and I'm hoping that I probably will book this here in the next 2 hours. And yeah, we'll see you soon.
Sounds great. Have a good evening.
Hey, you too, sweetie. See ya.
Thank you.
Bye. Okay, that didn't go that bad. That was a pretty normal call. Let's get worse.
Hayden Walmart Electronics.
Oh, this is comics?
Electronics.
What is this? Photos?
Yeah, it's the same department.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I was just calling about some photos. So I picked up some photos, and I'm kind of in a rush. Sorry, I have to do a lot of work here soon. But I picked up some photos, and they were a little bit blurry, and I'm wondering if that can be fixed.
Well, it prints exactly as how the photo is.
I don't know.
So if it's blurry on the source material, because I've never had our printer print blurry. If it's clogged or something, it prints lines, but it doesn't print blurry.
So if it looks a little inky, is that kind of what?
No, it would have actual lines on it.
Right. Okay.
What was the name?
Thomas.
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 First name?
Tom.
What?
Tom. I go by Tommy Thomas.
Okay. Let me look at your actual source photos on my computer real quick.
Thank you.
No worries. When did you order?
Earlier this morning.
And you ordered from our store?
I believe so. Which one? Which one is this?
This is Hayden.
Oh shit. What's the Post Falls one?
There's 2 in Post Falls. There's the one on Mullen, and then there's the one all the way out by Cabela's on State Line.
Okay. Well, maybe you can still help me. I'm just not from here, so I just know it's Post Falls, and it's close to like a couple cars.
That would be Hayden. No, sorry.
Well, now you're confused.
Mullen.
Okay.
That would be Mullen.
Okay. So then, just quick question then, because I just got all these photos. There's a little blurry. That's probably me. Do you guys do any Photoshop? Because I just need them like tomorrow. No?
No. If one of their photo guys is there,
they can fix it.
Well, they can walk you through. We have our kiosks that you can order on, and those have like some abilities.
Well,
not a ton.
Yeah, I just can't.
Increase sharpness.
I just can't have anybody see these. These are like boudoir photos for my girlfriend. I did them, so okay. I don't mind you seeing them. I just don't want public seeing them.
Yeah, that's fair. It's pretty much the same tools. Are you printing off your phone or like a computer?
Well, see, my friend took the photos on his camera. That's pretty damn old, but I didn't think it was that old. It's a 12 megapixel Lumix. And
that's old.
Is it old?
Yeah.
Man, what do you recommend? Should I just do my phone?
You're ordering off your phone? Well, I was just going to suggest using the editor on your phone.
Because then right, okay. I just don't know if I can fit in the whole frame, but I mean, I could, but just to kind of step back. I'm not much of a photographer. It was kind of really awkward for me, to be honest. But
fair enough.
Yeah.
I used to be one.
Oh, but boudoir photo shoot guy? Did you do them?
No, I did weddings mainly.
Oh, okay.
Weddings and engagements.
Yeah, I didn't do any of that. I engaged in boudoir photos.
I've been to some weird weddings.
I'll tell you what, I was at one in Alabama just like 2 months ago, and I don't want to keep you on here too long, but they had snakes. They had live snakes slithering on the ground where the man and the wife walked down.
That is actually going to be a wedding I'm going to in October.
Are you kidding? You going to the same Snake John River down in Alabama?
No, this one's up here. There's like, they're the people getting married are a bunch of like they own like a reptile thing or whatever.
Well, shit.
I know it's
more
common than you would think.
I guess so. I mean, that's a little different for me. I mean, they were both little different, but I mean, you could have a couple snakes, and just kind of do what you want to do. But
yeah, but if you come in, or if you go back to that store and one of their people is there, they can edit them on their back computer.
Oh,
not on one of the kiosks.
Can they shoot them for me there? Do you guys do that? Yeah. Can you shoot them there?
No, we don't do that anymore. That was a long time ago that we used to have a photo studio.
Oh, man.
The only thing we take here now is passport photos.
Well, that's interesting. Okay. Well, I can see how that works, but okay.
Yeah, but they can do. Yeah, it's going to be the same editing stuff that you can do on like your phone if you click the edit button, like just adjusting sharpness and whatnot.
Well, I'll have to definitely adjust quite a bit down there, if you know what I mean. But
yeah,
hoping my girlfriend didn't notice that one. She only sees me like twice a year.
Fair enough.
I gained a lot of weight, so I just trying to heavily Photoshop them, and I don't know how to do it. That's why my friend Ricky did it with his camera, but I guess it didn't work out, and they're kind of blurry.
Fair enough.
Yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate your time.
No worries. You have a good one.
Yeah. Okay. See ya. It's okay. It wasn't that funny. We'll do one more. We'll do one more.
No, there's so many avenues you can go.
Thank you for calling Cabela's. This is Bob. How may I help you today?
I'm in some trouble. So.
What can we?
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. This is going to be a bit different, but I just have a question, hoping you guys can help. So I bought a backpack 3 days ago and threw it in my car, and then I went on a hiking trip. I came back, and I don't know if I didn't notice or if someone else did it, but I found like a bunch of poop in the bag, like on the inside of like when it was unzipped, and I didn't use it yet, so I'm just wondering if I can return that, or if I can do something to figure it out, And I don't want to make this all of your problem. I know this is a weird one, but I have poop in my backpack.
Wow. Did you buy it at one of the stores, or did you buy it and have it shipped?
No, I bought it I walked into a store, like a physical store of yours. Love your guys' areas. But I bought it. I didn't think much of it. I was just in a hurry. I had both of my kids with me. Threw it in the back, and then I went on a hiking trip and came back, and it just reeks.
I can't imagine it happened in the store, but I mean,
it could have.
Yeah, I can't imagine it would get sold, run through the cash register and stuff, and you didn't notice, but it could have.
What about a credit?
I would say you have to take it back to the store with your proof of purchase.
Do I wash it out, or do I just bring it in as is?
I would dump all the stuff out of it just because I wouldn't want to deal with it with the stuff in there.
Right.
If you happen to have, I don't know, if you happen to have like a cat or something, and you could, put cat litter in it to kind of, what do I want to say, absorb the smell or whatever, and then dump it out. But yeah, bring your receipt back and just say, hey, you don't know why, but it had poop in it and it reeks. You want to return it.
Yeah, I mean, that could work. I mean, the only thing I'm just this is the reason why I'm calling Deb is because I'm not much of a scat man. I don't know my scat, but do I put it in a bag and save it and maybe Ziploc it up in a couple bags and bring it in so someone who might know certain types of scats would know what kind of poop it could be? Or is it just not even worth it? Just take a couple pictures.
I would really doubt if they even would worry about it, because it doesn't really, I mean, it'd be interesting to know, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it's like filled with different, I don't know if it's a soup or, I didn't know at first, to be honest with you. I just smelled it smelled so bad. And then when I finally unzipped it, I mean, it was like a third full of poop. Yeah. Was your car unlocked?
Yeah. But
I'm wondering if some smart aleck, you know what kids will come up with nowadays. Who knows? Maybe somebody actually filled it and thought it was funny.
Ugh.
That wouldn't surprise me. But that's why he's saying if you had a cat or something, after you dump the stuff out, you could try and absorb some of the smell and stuff.
Yeah,
seriously, I have not a clue what the store would do. I really don't in this case.
Yeah, I have the receipt. I mean, it does have a little poop on it, but I think you're kind of right with it. Could have been. Dang, it could have really been one of those kids. I had a run in. I had a run in.
Thinking, yeah.
I had a run in before I got up on the hill with these 3 little smacks, and man, were they little shits. That's probably who it was. Now that I'm thinking, Deb. I actually appreciate your time. But
I watch too many movies. Thankfully I don't know anybody that would do that, but I see and hear about stuff like that all the time. I'm betting that's what it was.
Yeah, I mean, it did smell a little bit like French fries. That's like the only real smell I can get out of it. But yeah, it's just such a big mess. I mean, luckily the backpack's nice. You can't tell from the outside, but it's just a little bit of seepy on the bottom with the poop.
Right.
But maybe I'll just try to air it out, bring it in. I'll bag up the poop. I'll take some photos or something, but maybe I don't know. We'll see what they'll do, if they'll give me an exchange for a bigger one.
Yeah, just take it back with your receipt.
It's so smelly. Okay, sorry. I went in my car really. I'm trying to get the receipt. Okay, hold on.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
definitely get it out of your car.
Ugh,
Thanks.
Deb, do you need the receipt right now?
Nope, just take it with you.
Okay. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta get rid of this bag. Ugh. Thanks.
All right.
You have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Did you like that show? Don't care. Like and subscribe right now, Buster. And remember, you are not my dad.